a little bit of a meltdown right there. I don't know what that was about.
The lot of you make your way toward the entrance to whatever this arena may be. Once again, identifying the same man watching the door as the one you'd previously spoken to about this event. You can see he has next to him a box that he did not previously. It seems that he's collecting either tickets in some cases or in other cases just gold to allow certain people into the event. He sees you all walk up. He says, hello, hello. You're back, and I see you bring the challenger.
Yep. We're here. Hello.
I'm
Your
not with
slave
them.
is-
We were just walking together. I'm not actually with them.
Oh, okay, then you'll have to pay the fare to get in. It is going to be 1 gold for the evening. And you, sir?
I just toss my gold in.
Thank you. Having a good day. The rest of you, I will need to speak with you just a moment. Please enjoy. Make yourselves at home, he says to Alec and Tick-Tick as he lets you all in.
Always do.
And then to the other three of you, he says, so your slave, he's willing to fight, or will he need to be prodded?
He's good to fight. I mean, aren't you, Nugget?
I was born ready. Hey, okay. Let's get going. I don't. I've already been pushed around by this dude, so I want to avoid a conversation as much as possible.
He says, perfect. Then just bring him to the starter cage. We will have them unchained in about an hour, but until then, we'd like to get how do you say, the fanfare going. All right. After leading him inside, you presumably meet up with Tick-Tick and Alec, who have probably not taken too many steps at this point. And you find yourselves descending down this roughly hewn staircase, clearly cut into the rock itself. And actually, as you look around, the walls of this area also are just dug straight into the side of the wall. And as you're descending, it's basically, this must have all been hewn by hand at one point long, long ago. And as you descend, you start immediately getting whiffs of this heavy smoke, and it is piercing to your eyes almost, the density of whatever sort of something is being burned down here. Making your way, it becomes sort of dark quickly. There are a few hanging, roughly greenish glowing lights, these sort of odd lamps that seem to slowly move back and forth, giving further oddity to the ambience of the room itself. And as you descend, it's very much like, feels as though you would be descending into a crypt. And it's about that moment that you realize this probably at one point was, and has since been desecrated and transformed into an underground hangout for these local gangsters. Moving down further, you eventually move into a room that opens up pretty significantly. It looks like at one point this was sort of a natural chamber that co-opted with this, rough-hewn tunnel that they used as probably some sort of large chapel-like burial area. But now, whatever remnants there were of a chapel have long been removed, and you see in the center what is essentially a cage, almost perfectly spherical, about 30 feet high and 30 feet wide, and it is all made of this tightly bound iron chain. And you could actually see two people in there right now battling, and they're climbing around up, sometimes onto the top, kicking down at one another, trying to rotate through this. There's really no stable place to stand. And then about halfway through the battle, as you guys are walking up and sort of taking this all in, the sphere itself begins rotating as someone seems to be controlling it magically. You see two people sort of flanking on either side of the cage, moving and controlling it to try and add some spice into the battle as it's going. Despite this, no one seems very interested in this battle whatsoever. Definitely a primer fight and not the official ticket for the UFC. As everyone is sort of just meandering about, you do see there's this sort of rough-hewn bar that was obviously not intended to be that, but now is taking the place of one. And you see two men sort of leaning forward, offering drinks and whatever it is that everyone seems to be smoking in this place. They're handing out in doves. It seems that this is all free. No one's paying for anything up front. Though there are a couple of people exchanging gold for other services, particularly including betting, it seems. There's quite a bit of betting around this battle and presumably much more so around the final battle yet to come. You can actually see the posted betting odds above, and they're currently like changing them as you walk in, as people begin to see the slave that's actually going to be fighting, and they're updating the odds to reflect what he looks like. It seems that the sight of him has been a negative effect on your odds.
Oh,
Can we wait? So, yeah, I was gonna look at the odds of Nugget, but
Yeah, so Nugget was 2-1 when you came in, and now he's up to 4-1 as everyone is pulling their money out, seeing him as this small
cool. This is a great opportunity to make some
works.
cash.
We about to flip the books.
Anyway, you see sort of one person sort of doing all the betting. He has this large chalkboard where he's actually taking down like names of people and how much they've bet, and changing the odds as well with this chalk and eraser. He's sort of scrambling around.
How much money do we have, Steven?
139 platinum pieces. But then we also have 10 rubies worth 1,000 gold each.
We should bet 100 platinum.
Are we even going to see this fight to the end, though?
If we can put a lot of money on it, yes.
What if I give you 39 platinum, and that leaves us at 100? Even?
What if we hold on? What if we spot the contender and see if
Yeah, it's easy enough to do, as you see two holding cages, one on either side of the spherical battle cage, whatever it may be, one empty and presumably where Nugget is supposed to be right now, and the other holding what looks to be a two-headed ant-like creature, about 15 feet tall, with arms as thick as tree trunks. As it stares down with one head, the other one appears to be asleep.
But it is like a tree.
Yes, it is like a tree person, but it has two heads.
Yeah.
And he's got a fire sword.
Fucking Lord of the Rings.
Is that thing going to take up half the cage, basically? I mean, it's big, right?
It's about 15 feet tall. I mean, the cage is 30 feet wide and 30 feet tall.
30. Okay.
So we'll take up half the cage, but it'll be half as tall as the cage.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to get a seat up front. I want to be close to the action. You guys can sit wherever you want.
You do see as you approach this sort of arena, most people are standing. There are two like special areas, one already boxed off, and you see what looks to be a black tabaxi sort of lounging with this sort of long, crooked pipe hanging out of his mouth. And you presume that this must be the man you're trying to sell to, Sigmund Osiris, flanked by two creatures you've never seen. They appear to be half elephant and half person, some sort of race that you're unfamiliar with, standing guard next to him. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you give it a look-see.
Everybody or just Will?
Just take
Believe that's an 8.
an 8. You are keen enough to, as you're sort of like walking over, you spot at the very base of this pipe that he has like hanging out of his mouth, this long sort of curled and crooked pipe, there is a red, glowing and twisting object that, if you're not very much mistaken, looks like it could be part of the crystal heart.
Well, clearly the section's boxed off for me. I'm going over there.
Okay, you walk up, you see one of the two sort of elephant-looking folk look in your direction.
Hi there. I was wondering if you could just scoot over a bit so I can sit down there.
I'm afraid I can't do that. This area's already been marked off.
Yeah, I saw that. I just assumed it was for me.
Oh, are you a guest of Lord Osiris?
Yes.
All right. Sir. You see Sigmund Osiris like lean back. His sort of like tongue hangs out, and you can see it's this weird, long, crooked, forked tongue. It almost looks reptilian. And it sucks it back up. And who might you be?
I'm Tick Tick. Yeah.
Tell me a joke.
Tell you a joke.
Well, if you want to sit here, you have to be useful.
I'm very useful. They call me the slipperiest slipper out there. A joke. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Tick Tick.
Tick, tick, who?
Tick Tick's here to sit next to you.
Your name is Tick Tick?
Yes.
I'm afraid that's not going to happen, Tick Tick.
What if I made a bet with you? Do you like to bet? I like to bet. It's like trading, but with probability.
Yes, I'm not a betting man myself, but I've been known to make a wager or two. What were you thinking?
Well, I have this wand. It's very powerful. It was granted to me by a demon lord in the abyss, which is a long story that, I'd be
should have
happy to
started
tell
with
you
that
about.
joke.
Well, it's not a joke. That's the thing.
Oh, right.
You can see it for yourself. Here, I'll grab it out of the pocket dimension. It's the one the Rakshasa left for me. I would like to bet this with you.
On what odds?
On the next fight with the kobold and the tree man.
All right, but if you want me to back this kobold, I'll have to get much more out of you than that.
Oh no! I'm backing the kobold.
Oh. What would you like to bet?
How about that glowing thing there?
He like pulls the pipe, looks at it, and you can actually see now it is this sort of, it almost looks like a donut around the pipe. It's actually not part of it, and it's like rotating, and you can actually see small little like lines within it moving around. It seems to have some sort of natural life to it. It's very interesting to you. You refer to my And why would you want that?
Well, I saw it and it was shiny, and I have been known to like shiny things.
Tick Tick, how about this? If you win, I will give you the best night you've ever had.
Well, that does sound intriguing. What if we double the bet? If I win, I get both the glowing thing and the best night I've ever had. If you win, I will also I'll give you a copy of Lord Dresden's ledger.
Lord Drake.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Well, you
I also
keep
get to
getting
sit
more
here as
interesting,
part of the
Tick
bet.
Tick. Lift the rope. You see one of the
Beautiful.
lets you in.
Thank
Close
you.
the look behind you. The alpha guy says, "Can I get you anything to drink?"
Do you have any of those flaming drinks?
I'm afraid not. No.
Then I'm fine. I just want to see the fight, and that's all.
Fair enough. Do you sit down next to him?
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's just the two of you sort of sitting on this like stone bench as the two guards stand there just sort of watching. You have this like nice little rope outlining you. You feel a very VIP. The rest of you, what are you guys up to as you see Tick Tick somehow infiltrate Sigmund Osiren's private circle?
We do see him.
Oh yeah, you see. I mean, it's pretty clear what's going on here.
That's
Very
actually a
cool.
good question.
go up to
What
the-
am I up to? Because I feel like it's not my choice.
I mean, you're definitely supposed to be in that cage over there, but you're not yet there. Do you go to the cage and lock yourself in?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay.
I go to the bookie. Book jockey. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I'll be right with you. You said 200. 200? What? Speak up then. All right, 300. All right. Yes,
Sorry.
sir.
Are we betting platinum? 200 platinum?
I can take platinum.
I'd like to bet 390 on the kobold's odds.
390 platinum.
No, gold.
390 gold.
39 platinum.
Okay. Yes. On the kobold to win.
Of course.
All right.
Seen him?
Kurt. Yes, I have. So current odds have them at 4-1. So that would return to you 4 times 39, which is mental math.
Yeah, 160 minus.
156.
156 platinum?
It'll be 156 platinum pieces. That's correct. So it does the math on the chalkboard for you.
We'd essentially be doubling our current money.
Very
I
well.
will need the platinum, sir.
Of course. Do I
I've
have
given it to him. Yeah, I said, if you asked for it earlier.
He takes it from you. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr.
Alfred.
Alfred. Pleasure to meet you, Alfred. Good luck. And he goes
Thank
on to
you.
the next person. What are the other two of you doing?
I'm going to stay next to Nugget to introduce him into the ring and say a prayer right before I let him in there.
Okay. So you just kind of, are you actually in the cage or are you just sitting next to the cage, kind of talking to him and things?
Oh, if he's ready to go in, then I'm going to. Is that where we're ready to put him in there?
He's not in like the battle cage. He's just in like a holding cell currently.
Oh, I'll just sit with him.
Okay. Are the two of you having any conversation or sitting in silence?
Thanks for keeping me company, man. It's a little weird being like a slave, you know. At least acting like
it's not true, Nugget.
Yeah, well, like
Yeah, it is a little weird.
I'm a kobold, and my mom bought me as an egg, and like this could have been my life. You ever feel like maybe you were chosen for something greater for a reason?
Every day. So how are you going to tackle this fight? It's an interesting cage.
I'm pretty good at climbing. I sort of skitter all over. So I figured
Good.
maybe climb up to the top and maybe give him the people's elbow or something. I don't know. Spice it up. Make our corporate overlords here interested.
Very good. Be sure that you win.
That's true. That's the main goal here.
Just don't take any chances. Don't underestimate your opponent.
As you're giving this pep talk, Alec, what are you up to?
I want to find a seat where so that I'm like 40 to 50 feet away from Sigmund and have like clear line of sight on him and Tick, and hopefully clear line of sight on the cage as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that in one of two ways. Do you want to sit on the same side of him far away or on the opposite side of the cage?
The same side of him, but like far away.
Okay.
Just so nothing. Yeah. So I have a clean line of sight on him. The cleanest, whichever that might be.
Yeah. So that you're just kind of 30, 40 feet to the right of him, slightly more elevated on this sort of cut-in seating.
Ooh, perfect. Cool.
Looking in, you watch the previous battle conclude. And it's about this time that you see the very man who you were first speaking with about all of this walk into the center of the cage and say, "Quite about, was it not? I think you all are ready for the main event." And you hear some like spattering of applause. Definitely not like extreme intimate interest yet. And he says, "Well then, allow us to dispose of this mess." And he gestures down to the dead body from one of the contestants that's just taken part in this battle. He says, "And with it, we will bring you the battle of the evening. In short, to get your bets in, as all betting does close at the ringing of the bell. But until then, refresh your drinks because we are getting ready to go." It's about this time that sort of two of these elephant-looking folks walk in, huck out the dead body. They don't clean really the arena at all, so there's still like blood spattered on this on these iron bars and cage that makes up this sort of sphere. And eventually, the man walks up to you, Nugget, and says, "Are you ready?"
And then I turn to Bran and like very, very childlike scared, be like, "Bran, what if this is like a repeat in Betrexen and I get cut down in like 6 seconds?"
I like grab you by the lapel or whatever you have as far as clothing, and I look at you right in the eyes and like concentrate on what you need to do, Nuggets. And then I let go of your lapel and I hold my hands up and I say a prayer.
And I high five you because I don't understand what you're doing.
I like stop in the middle of it, I'm like, oh, and I like take 2 steps back, and I'm actually going to cast the spell Bless.
Mm-hmm.
God bless.
Right. So for 1 minute, you have an extra D4 on your attacks and saving throws. Very nice.
But I try to disguise it as a prayer as much as I can, and I end in the name of Torm. Go forth. And I take off his chain, whatever I've got, hold him as a prisoner.
Do you always bless your slaves when you send them into battle?
Only when my friends have money on them.
Bad enough. Come on, Zen. He just yanks the chain that Nugget's attached to, pulling him out of the cage, and is going to slowly bring you up toward this central, currently stationary sphere. And he pops open part of it that sort of opens like a gate. He says, "Good luck. I hope that I will be bringing you out not as a corpse. And I can't wait to work with you under a siren." He shoves you in, closes it, goes back, and the Ent walks up freely and just enters. And now you stand across from him. You see this giant, 2-headed, tree-like creature staring back. One head cocks aside, the other cocks the other side. They look a little confused at you. "Surely you're not serious."
I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna see Tick Tick in the VIP section. I'm gonna see
Sigmund like arm around him, like talking him up.
I'm gonna see my boy Bran, who just prayed for me. I'm gonna look at my other 2 boys out there watching me, and I'm gonna look at the Ent and I'm gonna say, "Oh honey, I'm dead serious." And I'm gonna, can I rage yet? Can I do that? Okay. And I'm Hulk up.
All right. You fly into a rage, and the Ent sort of raises 2 of its eyebrows and sort of looks over to you like, maybe you'll be a real opponent here. At which point, Sigmund sort of like nods, and his henchman walks up, this time not actually in the cage, just near it, and says, "Well then, Let's the battle begin! And he hits a bell really quickly, and I need you to roll initiative, Nugget. And at the same time, Sigmund is going to lean over towards you, Tick Tick, and say, do you happen to know this contestant?
I don't. No, but I heard he has a fire sword, and fire often beats wood.
Ah, where did you hear this?
It's been the talk of the town. You know, I heard actually, I was in the gentleman's club yesterday. I heard he's actually staying there. That,
You were in the gentleman's club.
well, where do you think I got the ledger?
Fair enough. Well, as long as you're no friend of Heart's Eye.
Absolutely not.
Got a 12.
Okay. Well, for you, and a 10 for me. So you are first. As the end just locks down, grabs on to two like flanking sections of the sphere, holding himself in place.
I'm gonna run at him, and can I get there with all my movement?
A roll dexterity saving throw is driving kind of like hop through these chains and iron bars that make up the sphere.
Okay, I get a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of half climb, half run your way through toward him. And you do get into melee range with him. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna sweep the leg immediately. I'm gonna use my little kobold like speed and momentum to just jump and try to hit him in the leg and like grapple him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics to athletics here.
That is going to be
22.
Oh fuck! I got dirty 20, and I was so hype. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Don't you have the bless? Or does that not
Yeah,
apply?
that's on, but that's only on attacks.
Saving throws
Hmm.
and attacks.
Can I use my bonus action now and then do a second attack?
Yeah.
Fine then. Ignite the flame sword,
Ooh, the crowd likes that.
and then I'm gonna try to cut his leg off instead. And then I would like to attack recklessly.
Sure.
And we're not in direct sunlight, are we?
No.
Didn't think so. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
A 19 does hit, yes.
Perfect. It's gonna be.
Hey, Logan. Can I cast something like to? I don't know how this is gonna go. Maybe I should wait. I want the opportunity to control the flames a little bit more. If it does like light this guy on fire at all, or
Yeah,
help that happen.
Should I
You
separate?
assume that it's cheating, but
Should
yeah.
I separate fire damage from regular damage?
yes.
Perfect. So that's going to be 19 slashing damage,
Mhm.
and then 2d. No, wait. 2d6 fire damage is going to be 8 fire damage.
All right. You find that the strike itself is not as impactful as you would have hoped, but the fire is much more impactful than you're typically used to. And I want you to go ahead and roll a percentile die.
Ooh. That is going to be a 73.
Okay. Slicing down into his leg, there's briefly a bit of flame kicks up, but the end's able to kind of like rub it off without too much of an effect, at which point he dislodges from the sphere right as it begins to rotate. And in this moment, he sort of like leans back into the rotation of the sphere and just brings its two trunk-like legs up into your chest, both with advantage because you attack recklessly. It's not great. 16.
That is my armor class.
Okay. And then this one's much better. 21. So 21 will hit. So the first leg, you kind of like move by, but then you actually run into part of the sphere as it rotates in your direction. And the second leg does hit and is going to inflict. Wow, he rolled horribly. That is 13 points of bludgeoning damage. That's definitely not what you're looking for. However, as he kicks you with his leg, he holds you up against the grates of the sphere, and you're currently held in place, part of you being squeezed out the side of the sphere. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, this is a predicament. I'm gonna try to cut myself free. I'm just gonna try to jab at him.
Okay.
Should I go recklessly or not? I'm not gonna go recklessly. I'm just gonna do regular this time.
Okay.
That's gonna be an 18.
Yes, sir. 18 does hit.
And then the second attack is going to be a 21.
Okay. The first attack, you stab into the leg and it releases you. How would you like to make your second attack after you're kind of initially freed here?
As he lets me go, I'm gonna drop beneath him, and then I'm gonna like jump back up into it, and like as I am like below it.
All right, get a nice stab up into it. Go ahead and roll for that damage.
The first attack is going to be an 18 slashing damage plus 4 fire damage.
Yep.
And then the second is going to be 11 slashing damage and 4 fire damage again.
All right, not bad. Go ahead and roll me a percentile die.
I also have a bonus action attack I'd
Okay.
like to do before my turn ends, but
Yep.
92.
Okay, at this point, stabbing up through him, you begin to see flames kicking out from inside of him as he is caught on fire. You start to see, especially toward like the center of him, bits of him burning away as embers.
Can I help that
Yes,
since he's
but
already on fire?
First, the bonus action.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just it's a with my suit. I can attack as a bonus action with my actual armor, and it's
Yep.
going to be another 21 to hit.
Very nice. That's also going to hit.
With a lot less of a damage die, that's going to be 11.
11. Okay, understood. So you are able to put one extra strike into him. Meanwhile, Alec from the stands, what would you like to do?
I kind of just want to. I can just cast Control Flames as a cantrip, and I'd just like to extend it like 5 feet, maybe to the guy's face if I can,
Okay.
as discreetly as possible.
Does Control Flames have any verbal or semantic components?
Hold on, 2 seconds. I'll let you know. Hold on.
We can't let anybody know we're trying to cheat. He's just
An
in there
S
like,
is semantic.
Yes.
What does that do? What is that?
You can move your hands.
I see. Can I just like, so basically I want to be like this, like kind of leaning forward, and then I just kind of want to like do like something like that, just as I like sit back, just kind of like to raise it up a little bit.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
All right, come on.
You tricky magician, you.
Nat 20. Fuck yes.
Ooh. Okay. In
Dude,
that case, roll a
these dice-
percentile die.
These dice love Alec. If I roll these dice with any other character, it's not good. A 00 and a 10. So is that 10?
No, it's a 1. So you rolled a
Yes.
1.
Yeah,
Very,
okay.
very minor effect, if any, can be noticed. However, you feel like you did not get caught, which is pretty good. Which does bring it back down to me. You did not attack recklessly this time, which is really unfortunate for me. You are currently sort of underneath him, stabbing him with your armor as best as you can. He is going to it bends over a bit. One of his heads like looking one direction, the other head looking the other, trying to find your exact location. And in doing so, the one head grunts, "Oh, no, you've asked for it." And he is going to go ahead and use one of his spells.
Wait a
He's a
minute.
speller?
Wait a minute.
Yes, he's a speller. Where is it here?
I never learned to spell that bastard.
Okay, yes. So he is going to reach out towards you, attempt to hit you with the spell. Does a 19 hit you? I believe it does.
Yes, it does.
All right. As he reaches out, he's going to use compelled movement on you. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh. I'm not very charismatic, folks. That's yeah, even with Dan's bless, that's going to be a 5.
Okay. So on your turn, you must use your movement to attempt to escape this cage. You can repeat the charisma saving throw at the end of each of your turns. And yeah, that's it. At which point it is your turn.
I'm gonna run away, presumably.
Yes. So you try to like squeeze yourself through the bars here, like pulling yourself out of this arena as most as possible. And you can repeat that charisma saving throw if you'd like.
Oh no, I rolled a 2 again. That's a 5 again, so not good. Or 4 actually.
Yes. Run from me. You see the Ed sort of like stand up in the sphere, even as it's like twirling and stuff. He like locks himself in place. Start trying to get the crowd a little bit into it. At which
I'd
point,
like to try to squeeze out of the bars while screaming, "He's trying to kill me!" Ah!
Nice. At which point, Sigmund leans over towards you, Tick Tick. Oh, it's not looking so good for him, is it?
We'll see.
All right. And immediately, in a flurry of 2 quick attacks, he takes one of his arms and just boom, slams your back. Oh, you lunge deeper into these chains and these bars as they start digging into you. You start to feel some of the viscera that was left on there from the previous battle. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Absolutely.
That's 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is this guy still on fire?
Yes.
At the next chance, I'd like to try again.
Does he take like, I guess, recurring damage?
Yeah, he is on
Did
his
you
turn.
say 23?
23 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Which is halved since you're rating. And then his second attack is a 16 to hit, which I believe is your armor class, correct?
Yeah, that's my armor class.
So he does miss his second attack, which does bring us to Alec. If you'd like to enhance those flames once again.
Yeah, I just want to try. Maybe I'll just like kind of like lean like this, and then behind my robe, I'll like kind of do one of these, just like make the flames grow.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. 18.
18, very nice. Go ahead and roll that percentile die again.
I rolled a 10 and an 8, so 18.
And 18, yes, same as what you rolled for your actual die. That's very interesting.
Yeah,
But yeah, again, not a lot of effect, unfortunately. Like you can see that the flames are moving around, but it's really not like gaining more purchase within the creature, unfortunately.
I don't necessarily want to like damage him, but if I can like blind him or like something, just I don't know, anything like that to that effect too would be, But even with an 18, I understand. Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, you still see it's definitely like still, slowly eating out his innards. This flame is certainly taking its effects. At which point, Nugget, it is your turn once again. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check as you attempt to escape this cage.
Hey, Logan.
Yes.
Does the cage itself look magical? Or does it look like it's normal cage that's being... Okay, second question. How is it like, is there a lock on the cage?
There's a door, but it just has a latch.
Okay. That's all.
Athletics check is going to be a 13.
Okay, 13.
Oh, no, wait. I get advantage.
Try to like squeeze yourself out from underneath the strength of this creature as he's just
actually
pressing you.
21 because I am raging.
Ooh, in that case, you are able to like rile out from his like hold on you. You can actually see where parts of you have been like pierced just by like the cage. The rest of you on looking can see like indents into his armor where he's been pressed up against the edge of this cage here. Nugget, you immediately dip out to the other side of the cage from where this thing is and try and squeeze your way out once again. Go ahead and roll me another charisma saving throw.
Come on, charisma. That is a goddamn natural 1 -1. This is my charisma save. So
You gotta change dice.
You are still running away. At which point he is going to follow up with he'll like shout to the crowd, "He thinks he can escape," and he is going to grab you, attempt to grapple. This will be athletics to athletics. Ooh, not good for him. Natural win.
yeah, I got a 27.
Okay. He like stabs himself on your armor briefly, and then he is going to follow that up with just like a sweeping punch at you. That's not going to hit either, unfortunately. 14. So it is back to your turn, unless Alec, you wanted to make another attempt.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
I would also like to do something.
That's a
Right
14.
next to him.
14.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, right next to him.
Doesn't look like anyone noticed.
Uh, 50. Even 50.
Okay. You do see the flame like sort of shoot out the back of the creature. You can start to see bits of one of the head catching on fire as well as sort of shaking and trying to remove the flame from it. It's pretty well on fire at this point. Nugget, what were you thinking about doing? Or not Nugget, Tick Tick.
I'm gonna lean over to him and say, "Are those termites?" And I would like to use 1 sorcery point to subtly cast the conjure insect spell. The one I've been doing this whole time.
Dude,
They eat wood.
we're going against trees. We got to get fire and termites.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember what it's called, but
Just start breathing on. Oh wait. Just start. Wait. Oh no.
I can't breathe fire. What do I look like?
No. Whenever you blow,
That
he
is-
gets power.
where is my spell page of all the things to go missing? I'm sorry.
I'm like rubbing sticks on him. Like,
That is 17 to hit.
17 does just hit.
Oh, I'm
this
sorry.
creature.
He needs to roll a Constitution
Oh.
saving throw. I don't need to roll to hit. I have not cast this in a while.
With +8 Constitution, that's 12.
Yeah, he's gonna fail, which means he is going to take.
Ow.
What level am I at? I'm 11, so he's gonna take 3d6 poison damage, and which is gonna be 17 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And it must move. He must move 5 feet to the north.
Okay. He just you see him looking down, like whipping at his bark, trying to remove these bugs from inside of him. He does sort of like slam up against the side of the cage with the
Is
5
this,
feet of movement.
is this
Does
a
that get
spell
him
he
off
has to
Nugget a bit?
concentrate on?
What's that? What'd you say? Nugget?
Oh.
Oh, is
Is
this a
the-
spell he has to concentrate on?
It is not concentration.
Does it get him off Nugget a little bit though?
Yeah, I mean, he just dips out completely from Nugget and runs to the side of the cage, attempting to get these bugs off of him. So not too shabby there. At which point it is back to Nugget's turn, I believe, because I just missed twice. That's right.
Charisma save.
Go. You can add 1 to that, as I'm going to use my reaction to bend luck.
And with bless, that's gonna be a 16.
Oh, 16 is enough. You pass. So at the end of your turn, as you have your head like partially out of the bars trying to escape, you come to, and it is
I'm gonna
his turn.
say, as I'm sticking by the bars, I go, Bran, Torm has spoken to me. I'm gonna shove my head back in the cage.
For real. So he is going to run up towards you and try and grab you by the legs here for another grapple attempt. Oh my god. That's like a 12.
Oh, yeah, grapple attempt might be. That is going to be a 30, even 30.
Yeah, it's better. At which point he rips a part of his chest out. And he says, taste this flame. And he tries to grab you and throw you into his chest.
Oh, I don't want to taste it. I don't want to taste it.
That's a lot better.
Oh, I was almost a natural. Never mind. It's a 30. Again, it's a 19 plus 11.
Oh my word. Okay, so he grabs you, starts like pulling you in. You can see the flames kicking up and burning within him. You're surprised at how quickly they've spread. And looking in toward him, the flame coming in, you just grab both sides of him. You can actually feel the heat emanating as you break free, finding yourself back on sure footing. It is your turn once again.
I actually want to jump up to him, and I'm going to grab a part of his chest, and I'm going to try to grapple him.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to...
Yeah.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Right.
So if I get another fucking 30 on that. Oh my god, yeah, it's another 19. I keep rolling with advantage, so
Wow.
like it's not just a 19, but like
right.
three
Still,
19s.
I mean, I got a 24, but that's not as good as a 30.
It's a 30.
So you've got him grabbed on pretty good here. What would you like to do?
Well, first he takes 7 points of piercing damage because I stab him.
Wait, that's okay.
I'm gonna give him a quick shock of electricity to try to stun him. I don't know how that works because he's a tree. So I don't know if he. But hey,
I think it would work just fine. So he Constitution save. Okay, so it's not great. It's gonna be 17.
Yes, that is enough.
Okay.
It's a pretty low save, but there's always a chance. And then I would like to use my second attack to try to, I'm going to take him and I'm going to like flip him around. I'm going to try to grab him and flip him and smash him into the ground. Like,
oh my gosh,
using some sort of ungodly, unproportionate momentum or something. Cause he's a giant tree. But yeah, it's going to be another grapple attempt basically, to try to pin him. Oh no, that's a 16.
Oh, thank God. Okay, he got an 18. So he's not flipped over by your tiny little ass.
Yeah.
At which point, Alec, did you want to continue with your...
I have my quick bonus action attack.
Oh, is it not your bonus action to use the stun?
No, that's just like a thing I can do if I attack. Yeah, we go through this a lot, and you're like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "You're the one who gave me the item, man. I don't know. I'm just." That's gonna be a. It's gonna be a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
But it's only a D4, so nothing too crazy. 12 points of slash damage.
Yeah, not too bad. All right,
and that's just me. I'm gonna rip away at its bark for a little bit.
Oh, come on, that's not nice. All right, Alec, did you want to continue your tampering as well as tick?
How does he look? How does the tree guy look?
He's still well over half health.
You shouldn't.
How does Nugget look?
Yeah,
I'm way over half health too, baby.
No, I'm just gonna chill for a minute and maybe just like seem uninterested in the fight, almost like just kind of like not paying attention.
I'm gonna start telling a long-winded story.
Sigmund looks over. Really? That actually happened?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You're saying that there was a black hole? What even is that?
And it was right in the middle of town too, but luckily I stopped it.
Wow. It's about this time that it is once again my turn. He is really unhappy with you at the moment. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to go back to a spell. Not doing well enough to his grapple attempts.
Don't make me roll anything with mental stats, please.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so he is going to lean forward, grabbing from within him, from this burning area in his chest, a fistful of ash. And with it is going to take a punch out toward you. That is definitely going to hit as he casts Decay. Yes, so you take...
Can I counterspell it?
If you'd like to.
It's just somatic, to my surprise.
Sure.
Can I see Alec spelling, counter spelling?
Depends how good he rolls on his
Yeah, it's fair.
sleight of hand.
Counterspell the counterspell.
18.
Oh.
18. Okay, so it does successfully counterspell. Roll for the sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. That wasn't the sleight of hand. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. What? Okay. What stat should I have added for the last roll? I guess it would have succeeded anyways. The roll was an 18. Well,
Yeah.
shit. Okay. I thought that was the sleight of hand. Sleight of hand is 5. As I make a fist to catch his spell.
You see the fistful of ash diminish as the punch lands. What sorcery is this? And Alec,
You got ash all over your face.
I'm gonna turn to Osiren and say, I think that guy's cheating.
you do see a couple people look over towards Alec. You mean the wizard-looking fellow?
I dust my hands off and just watching the fight still.
Yeah. Maybe you know what you should do as a punishment?
What's that?
Stick him in a cage. He's a good contender for the next fight.
I like how you think.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Glodorf, go have a conversation with our new friend.
Son of a bitch.
One of the half-elephant men starts walking over. Walks up to you, Alec.
Can I see him coming over?
Yes.
As he's getting up to come over, I get up to walk the other direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you begin flanking around, trying to escape the grasp of this guy, that will put us back toward... I used to spell. That's right. So it is back to you, Nugget.
Yeah, so I'm like, what the hell was that? But I'm gonna am I still grappling him?
You are.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to pin him again.
Okay.
Logan, are they still taking bets, or is it they shut that off when the fight starts? Okay.
24.
Okay, I got a 20. So yes, you kind of flip
He
him.
is now restrained.
You kind of get inside of him a little bit, kind of get this twist inside on him. Put him face down at the bottom of the cage. Just the cage swivels, and you're holding him up as you're hanging there at the top of the cage.
As I want to make use of the cage, so I want to try to shove his hands through the cage holes and put him in an awkward position. So
Nice.
Using the environment to my advantage. And with that, I am going to I'm gonna stab him in the back twice.
All right.
Was
your pinning not an attack?
Or sorry, that was one attack. Yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna stab him in the back once. With a natural 20, baby. Let's go. Okay. No, it's just that's I didn't mean to put that in there. What's going on? Okay. It's gonna be a 4 for the first die, and then 10 for the second die. So 14 plus 10 is gonna be 24 points of slashing damage. Plus 18 points of fire damage.
Ooh. Doubles.
Actually,
6.
Wait a second. Add 9 more points of slashing damage onto that. I forgot I roll another additional die with my brutal critical ability.
You just take your sword, run it through him. You start to see flame, pieces of bark flying out of the cage as it swivels and twists. The flame kicking up further. As you dig your sword deeper, you see the flames shooting from the blade out holes that it's making as it's burning its way through the corpse. Well, not the corpse, but the body of this
And I'd
tree.
like to sort of play to the crowd again. And I want to go, are you not entertained? I want to use my bonus action to start clawing at his back with my armor and try to rip off the bark. 28.
I'm gonna hold my hands up and be like, yeah.
28 hits.
12 points slashing damage.
Okay, 12 points slash damage. You're tearing at the back of him, and all of a sudden you feel as one of the heads snaps off the trunk of the tree.
Can I hold it?
Yeah.
By the leaves.
Yeah.
Does he not get an inspiration point for that?
I don't need it.
We don't need
He
inspiration.
needs it. That's awesome.
If
All
it was
right.
like, if it wasn't in a cage, I'd be like a rock star at a concert, like throwing his picks out, and, like throw the head into the crowd.
Nice. All right. Its turn. It's really unhappy with you. And you currently have it restrained as well. It's going to try and break that restrain. Oh my God. It's another 22.
Give me a tick here. A tick.
I swear I've not rolled over a 12 with this guy.
That's a
It's actually
natural
insane.
20 for a 31
that's-
total.
Okay, yeah. He's like struggles a bit, and you're actually able to like twist him and turn him and just pin his back into the cage. The flames are kicking up into your face. You feel the heat from the inside of him coming up towards you. I guess he's gonna try and escape again. I mean, that's all he really has at this point. Finally, I rolled well, 29.
Oh, it's got to be a good one. It's got to be a good one. 29.
No
What?
bullshit. You rolled an 18?
Wait, give me a sec. I don't want to. So this app rolls when I shake it, so I don't want to shake it. But there you go. That's an 18 on the right, or my right, your
Yeah,
left.
I
That's
see
so
it.
funny.
Jesus. All right, fair enough. Reroll.
Man.
Roll again.
Man.
Oh, that was almost another
13?
natural. That was a natural 20. Oh shit! Wait.
What app is this? I might
Called
download it.
Dice,
Yeah, I
man.
could use this app too.
Yeah.
That's a 2 and a 20. If you can see.
Yeah, I see it.
Wow.
So you you pin him down pretty good here with your natural 20. I'll say that you look down at the remaining head here, and as you hold it in place, you start to just peel the bark apart inch by inch as the flame is eating away. You see the embers burning up within him. What would you like to do?
I would like to Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield this dude.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna keep.
Bite his ear off.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage would a bite deal.
About D4.
I'll take it. I'm gonna bite it, but this is specifically for the crowd's reaction. I'm gonna go for a bite. 18. Never mind. I don't know why I said
18.
ooh.
18 does it, yes.
I forget I have kind of a lot to hit. That's gonna be plus 11 points of biting damage. It's gonna
11
gnaw on
points.
this.
As you just peel apart the bark, you just take a bite from his chest cavity. You will take 2 points of fire damage because he's on fire.
Shit happens.
But yeah, you're feeling pretty good about just having taken a bite of the interior of this creature. What would you like to do with your second attack?
2 points of fire damage is the equivalent of biting into a pizza roll straight out the oven. You're like,
Yeah, except you're literally biting the embers of a burning tree.
When you're enraged, man, it doesn't matter. I would like to take I'm gonna take an unarmed attack. I'm gonna try to punch through him. That's gonna be a 13. Ooh, I don't think that's it.
13 misses.
Yeah.
As you
I don't want to attack
slam down, you're like,
recklessly because if he's pinned the way he is now, he gets disadvantage. But if I attack recklessly, then he'll get a regular attack. So that's why I'm only rolling one die. Anyways, yeah.
So that was an attack and an unarmed strike. Do you have anything as a bonus?
Another unarmed strike is a bonus. 30.
Okay. Hits.
And then I'm gonna just basically, it's gonna kind of look like I dry hump him because I take him. I'm just gonna shove my armor into him a little bit, so I kind of just shove my body into the back of him. It's gonna look real weird, but Nugget's the kid. He doesn't understand it. That's gonna be a 14 slashing damage.
14 slashing, very nice. Yeah, wow. Okay, he's definitely starting to look a little rough here. After being demoralized, you start to hear the crowd boo this guy since he's been so uninteractive in the battle in these last few rounds. He is going to attempt to break free once again. Well, you know what? No, he's sick of it. He's going to, now that you're kind of like slamming your fist to his chest, he's just going to like, yeah. He's going to take his like arm, crook it like an elbow, and just try and bury you into his chest cavity. That is with disadvantage, a 17 to hit, which does hit, correct?
Just enough. Bastard, yeah.
With the disadvantage, wow.
With the disadvantage,
Yeah,
man. You hate to see it.
Yeah, I rolled. Would have been better without disadvantage, but unfortunate. So that is 18 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as once you land in his chest cavity, you do also suffer 12 points of fire damage. And he's going to follow that up by attempting to just close the bark to try and hold you in. And this is effectively a grapple check.
Oh, damn. That's pretty dope.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, sorry. That's a 30.
Of course
listen, when he cast the spell on me, I was fucked. But when it comes to this, I know how to punch stuff. That's my thing. That's
well, his big spell got countered. All right, so that was his turn. So it is now your turn. You are sort of within its chest now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go for another unarmed strike with just my gloves, and I'm gonna try to like punch into him and stun him from like the inside, from the core. It's gonna be 17 to hit.
17 does hit, yes, just barely. 16 plus
8. It's gonna be 15 points of bludgeoning or maybe piercing damage because it's close. And then he has to roll a Constitution saving throw. I'm using my second charge on the thing.
Oh my god, it's horrible. 8? No. Sorry, 10. 10.
He is stunned. The end of my next turn.
He just locks up in place. At which point, Alec, are you attempting to escape this area, or where are you going?
Honestly, I didn't think this through. I think I'm going to... Fuck. I'm going to go to the bar, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. As you're sort of like walking over to the bar, not really fully, trying to keep your eyes on behind you, go ahead and roll a perception check.
A 9.
A 9. You're walking with your, sort of looking over your shoulder, and then you just bump directly into one of these elephant men.
Pardon me. I just try to go around him.
Hold on just a tick. Where do you think you're going?
I just kind of like look up at him. I was going to the bar, but it seems like I'm going nowhere now.
We had a report that you may have been influenced in the fight. But I happened to see that your friend who you'd walked in with put some money down. Is that right?
I came here alone. I don't have any friends here with me.
Is that right?
It is.
That is true. He did come here alone.
Well, then no one's gonna miss you, huh?
I kind of like look back up at Sigmund, and if your boss accuses someone of manipulating the fights, maybe you should speak to them directly.
So be it. He just kind of grabs you and starts pulling you in that direction. At which point, Tick, you do see Alec being like pulled towards you. Bran, you also like are sort of like at an angle towards this as well as 70. Like look over and see Alec, get grabbed.
As they come closer, I'm gonna go.
Not right now. There's a fight happening. We can deal with this afterwards.
I tell the guy like I can walk, and I kind of like try to break free of his grip or whatever.
He lets go of you.
I walk that way.
About this time, I am stunned, so I will do nothing on my turn. Nugget, it is your turn. You appear to be muted.
I have him restrained and stunned. I'm going
Stunned.
to just rip the sword out of him and go for 2. Just stab. I'm just gonna keep going at this point, standing on top of him and just, sort of having a good time, really.
Are you not inside of him anymore? You like burst it out?
I honestly don't even know. This dude's. Am I inside of him?
He's fallen apart pretty good, so I would say you're like on top of him more than inside of him.
Peel out of him like a chest burster, and I grab my sword, and start stabbing into him. 25 for that first strike,
Okay.
and then
25 definitely hits, yeah.
a natural 20 on the second strike. The mighty dice app doesn't lie. Okay, I don't know what to say.
It might not lie, but it is definitely fibbing of some regard.
Listen, I be rolling die. It's because I got that advantage, my guy. So it's gonna be 3 d10s for that. Here, I'll roll the second attack. I'll roll the crit first. It's gonna be 22 points of slashing damage, and then let's see, 4d6 fire. It's gonna be 16 points of fire damage. And then
Understood.
And then this is just the regular attack. 18 points of slashing damage, and 2 points of fire damage.
Okay. At which point he becomes unstunned, looks up. Spare me. You don't need to kill me. The battle is done. Let me be.
I turn to watch this.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
You dare challenge me? You sign your own death warrant.
Do you attack him?
What is he a slave too? I don't. I'm enraged, man. I don't know if I can talk to him like with a regular ass conversation.
We got a lot of money on this. You definitely stab him.
That's fair.
another
You do
time.
got a lot of money.
No moral question when the dollars are in play.
That's awesome.
What'll it be, Nugget?
I'm gonna try to finish him off here.
All right. He does not resist. How would you like to do this?
Oh, don't say that. I don't like that. Anyway, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This is the path I've chosen. Okay. I'm gonna like rip off an arm or an appendage. Just gonna break off this branch. I'm gonna stir it up in the fire that is the inside of him. And when I ignite the end of his arm, I'm just gonna into the center of his head, and then I'm gonna sit there and warm my hands on the fire as he starts to burn up.
Oh man.
Ooh. Fair enough. You do. You get a smattering of applause. Quite a few people very happy to have won a bet they were not expecting to win.
I run to the bookie after that.
You see he's currently like parsing out gold pieces. Alfred, right?
Yep.
That's 1,560 gold pieces, if I have my math correct.
Sure.
Enjoy. He continues on with other bets. Meanwhile, Sigmund stands up. Well, now, who is this?
Yeah, who is this?
I kind of like give this gnome like a nasty look. The name is Alec.
Come on in, Alec. He like lifts the rope.
Yeah, come on in, Alec.
Okay, you really don't have to do that.
Your muscle here accuses me of cheating during the fight.
Well, not exactly. That was actually my new friend Tick Tick.
I see. I kind of like look back.
Can you explain what you saw?
I saw him moving his hands in the air, very obviously. And suddenly it seemed like the fight had been influenced somehow. It looked like the tree creature was trying to do something. And like normally when he tried to do something like that, it would, have an actual effect in the fight. But it just seemed like the tree creature was, moving his arms and limbs and sort of and not even trying to go for Nugget. And, when that nothing was happening, it just wasn't working. So clearly, I don't think
It looked to me like a lot of
time.
people were moving their arms around. It was a good fight.
It's around this time, Semny and Brand, you go back to collect Nugget.
Yeah, I'm gonna reshackle Nugget with whatever I had around his neck or whatever, and pretend as though he's still my prisoner.
The one running this operation says, I would be most happy to take you to my master now, if it works for you. A great showing, by the way.
Is your master
Thank
the
you.
Black Tabaxi up there?
That is the one, yes.
He looks very preoccupied.
Not too preoccupied for this, I assure you. He is...
Lead the way.
He does, leading you up, and all of a sudden, all 5 of you are within this small roped-off section with Sigmund Siren. He looks over. Oh, excuse me, Tick Tick. Let him in. Congratulations on your victory, sir.
Did you see me kill that guy?
I did. I watched at least 40% of the fight. Without a doubt, what you have here is good merchandise. How much do you want for him?
How many people are here right now, Logan?
There are the 2 elephant guards, Sigmund Osiren, and the 5 of you.
And then, but all the audience people are like still present, right? Like it's still a packed arena, right?
Yeah, but they're like skittering around, getting their money
Yeah.
and buying drinks, and
Okay.
I assume you have other slave fighters. No?
Yes, of course.
This right here is your grand champion of all of them.
I don't doubt that.
We
Tell me,
asked.
does he come with the sword?
It depends.
On?
Price.
Let's talk numbers then. I can tell you right now, I would be more than happy to put down 600 platinum pieces.
I don't like
The swords
stop.
included. Excuse me?
600.
Who is this?
You accuse me of throwing this fight when he clearly needed no help at all.
Why is he talking?
Not to mention, he's an underdog, and people love an underdog.
Yes, the asking price was originally 1,000 platinum.
You know what else people like? Justice.
Fuck.
Should we conduct this meeting elsewhere? I feel it's not
And what they like more than justice? Legendary stakes. Now, I have an idea. I think you could get this place packed next night, tomorrow night. Every seat full.
Go on.
The cheater versus the master of the arena. It would be a legendary fight.
It would be slaughter.
No fighter.
And what's more, it would set a precedent that nobody messes with your arena.
But it would also undermine his victory. You'd lose your underdog, your champion.
I'm not saying him. I'm saying the master of this arena. You.
Me.
Yes.
Oh,
He
I
looks
don't
weak.
fight.
You could kill him easily.
I would never venture to assume such a thing. But maybe you're right. Perhaps this business should be conducted elsewhere. Tick Tick, I believe I owe you a night, so you'll be coming with me. And you can choose what to do with our cheater.
I'll take him as a slave.
Okay.
What about the...
You said you'd like to conduct the business elsewhere, did you not?
Yep. Yes, I did.
Let's go conduct this business elsewhere. He grabs hold of one of his elephant guys, and the other one lifts him up. You're not sure why, but maybe he can't walk. And they begin leading him into a back room. Do you all follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You find yourself sitting in what looks to be a small office space. There's a roughly hewn wooden desk with a stack of various papers kind of strewn about. You also see an inkwell and a pen. And he sits down on the far side of the desk. And after being let in, the two elephant guards stand on either side of the door. But there are 3 chairs laid about. He gestures towards them.
I guess I take a seat.
I'm gonna stand with Nugget.
Come on. Fair enough. Tick tick.
I've kind of been sitting for a while. I should probably stand.
Okay. Now, the business. Tick tick. I'm still very interested in that book.
I'm not moving on to a new transaction until I have what you promised me.
Understood. In that case, would you all be interested in a bundle deal? Considering I know you all came to the city together.
We're listening.
You give me the ledger. You stick around. And you do something for me.
Or you do your thing with the thing over there with the TikTok fellow. You give us 1,000 platinum for our fighter. And then, yeah, we move on.
And why would I do that? After knowing I've been had by a cheater.
Who?
Your name, sir?
It's Alec. For the second time.
Oh, my mistake.
You're aware we all came together, you said.
I am very aware of it. In fact, I believe that the 5 of you came into my city to attempt to infiltrate my operations. And then you hosted some sort of garbage fight, or you claim this man a slave of yours. And then you cheat to have him win. And then you pretend to sell him to me, my clothes.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
No, I killed him on my own accord. There was no cheating. I ripped his head off. That was all me, baby.
See, you have to understand, this was not really a plan. It was more of an improvisation.
Are you working for Drayton then?
No, I am working for someone else, and I think you better start respecting me, or I'm gonna call him down here.
Roll intimidation check.
Oh, there it is. 13.
Well, if a bundled option is not in your favor, then what would you like for the ledger?
1,000 platinum.
1,000 for the ledger and 1,000 for your fighter?
No.
I may be willing to purchase this ledger for 1,000 platinum. However, I would need some assurances on my behalf.
Okay.
Lord Drayton would surely see me dead, given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if he knew that I had his ledger. So I would need you to officially become a member of my organization. Break any ties you have to anyone else, as he stares down Tick Tick. And then we would be even, of an accord. Hell, I think this could be a long and profitable business organization if it interests you. You all seem capable.
Where's Bran in the room right now?
Bran is
imagine
currently
I-
standing next to Nugget.
Okay. I kind of like turn and look at Bran, and you can notice that I'm like sweating, like starting to sweat. And it's kind of like look at every party member. What is it you want?
The ledger.
Why?
I think that it may be beneficial to me in assuming the lordship of Velquaza.
What would you do with that lordship?
Well, I'd be able to move my operation here fully, which would be beneficial.
Your operation of trading in people.
Yes?
I'm going to cast Disintegrate on the guy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What kind of save is that?
Sorry, hold on. It's a Dex saving throw.
All right. That is a 16.
He'll fail.
Okay.
He takes 77, I guess, force damage. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Yep, 77 force damage.
Understood. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Can I use my bonus action to cast Disintegrate on him again?
Yes.
All right, I do
Oh
that.
dear lord!
I just kind of,
Oh
I kind
my
of just
God.
like when he says trafficking people, I just kind of like hold up the book, and then I just kind of like reach my arm out, and hopefully he's just not immune to magic or something. I don't know.
Oh, what was the number?
15.
All right.
You see, part of him is like disintegrating into like this small dusty ash as he's like trying to stand up from his desk. He's like half melted as you blast him with another disintegration ray.
So he'll take 72 points of damage off
That's
that
awesome.
one.
And you see he just like crashes down onto his desk and disintegrates away immediately.
Yeah, I don't hold back. Like after the first one hits and he's still alive, I just like redo it again to just like turn
I
him to
yell,
ash.
"Scatter!"
What of his
and I
guards?
start freaking out.
The two Loxodons stand at attention, looking over towards you.
You have no master anymore.
I'm gonna point my sword at him threateningly, like,
If you were slaves, you are no longer, and you should free the others.
It is a shame that Sigmund had to leave on business so abruptly.
It's a damn shame.
They just open the door and leave.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, yes.
Where's the platinum?
I will find you some.
I would like all of it, but I do appreciate it.
The gold will go a long way toward the freedom of us and toward our reintroduction into society. Could we make a deal?
Of course.
We're from the town of Drimmen. All of us Loxodons are. It's there that we have more to give. If you were to come to Drimmen, we could help you. But here we have little. I assume that you want the relic. And he holds up the pipe with the spinning part of the crystal heart on it.
Well, I did
Yes.
technically win it.
He did. And then we got the old doozy pulled on us.
And as an added bonus, this was one of the best nights of my life.
Well, I'd be happy to give it to you. Can we agree to keep the gold for now? And then if you come to Drimmen, we could help you in other ways.
I need to buy one thing for 4,000 gold. That is all I require.
I can bring you 400 platinum, yes.
Uh,
All right then. He walks out.
cool.
I look around panicked at my party. Oh, what the fuck do we do now?
I'm gonna go
I mean,
scoop up his ashes like in a bag.
Do we have the red thing with us? Did he give it to us?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, cool. So we have proof.
Oh yeah, the red thing. I guess I don't need his ashes in a bag.
No, you need his ashes. That's gonna be
Okay.
no, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Keep the ashes.
I don't know. I'm sorry if I jumped the gun, but I felt like we were getting embroiled and
No.
more drama. And fuck this guy. He's a slave trader.
Holy
Let's be done with
shit!
it.
You
No,
can
that's cool.
you can melt people.
Not very often, but maybe we could spend a little bit of time searching this room for anything else, but we should get the hell out of here.
Like airship
Nope.
plans.
Go ahead
Indeed.
and roll an investigation check.
Can we all do it or just one?
If you all like to take the time, sure.
I'll stand guard. I'll point my head out the door.
I got a 10, so it's kind of trash.
I got a
Good.
9. I imagine I was looking for something important, but I got distracted by small things along the way.
27. Holy shit.
27.
Yeah.
Well, Alec, meanwhile, is actually investigating. And you do find a small filing cabinet that is locked.
Who's got the tricky fingers? Fuck, I don't know.
Tick, tick, tick.
Tick tick for sure.
Yeah, Tick over here.
Yes, Alec. I was busy looking at this quill and ink. It's really cool, and I think it might be a magical.
There's probably
secret.
shiny stuff in here. You should try to pick the lock. We'll get in.
Well, would you like me to pick the lock, or would you like me to just open the lock?
Do your thing. Whichever. Open the lock. Open.
Okay. I'm gonna cast knock.
Okay, it opens.
Not bad.
Voila.
Tick, you immediately open the drawer, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay. Within, there are detailed schematics for the design of an airship, as well as a scale model that is currently hovering within the drawer.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
It is clear that he did not design these himself and must have somehow acquired these blueprints.
As you guys are all kind of looking at this stuff, I'm gonna look back into the room because I'm standing guard.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna say, "Wait, guys, how much money did we earn from this? The numbers confused me."
Well, I bet 39 platinum. And since the odds were 4-1, we take 39 plus 39 plus 39 plus 39.
Platinum?
Yeah, 156. So we have 156 platinum now.
All right. Yeah,
It's
carry
about this
on.
time.
That's good on. Good enough for me.
It's about this time Lockstone shows back up with a small bag. Hands it to Nugget. We're square.
Where's triangle? I'm gonna open the bag.
It is 400 platinum pieces.
So Nugget, you have 400. You have 156, and I have 100 platinum. Still in
No,
my inventory.
we got to trade. I need the 400. You can have the 156.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'll just hand it to. Don't trust me with money. That's a scary concept. I'm just gonna stare at it, and then you can come up and just grab it. I'll be like, "What?"
Who's grabbing it? Just make sure you write it down. Okay.
I have
good.
556 now.
Yeah, badass. You are now the money holder.
Right. Looking around his various other things, he does have like some documentation for some of his work. He has several like receipts of sale for like people and harboring of certain slaves and where he keeps certain slaves. He has some detailing about a mine that he owns outside of Drimmen.
Is there anything about the tower outside of town?
Nothing.
Okay. Is there any type of ledger that shows like all the slaves he has? Do you know what I mean? Like
No.
documents showing that he owns them as slaves.
You don't find it here.
Okay. Fine. All right.
You think that it was probably something he had on him that you disintegrated.
Oh,
Well, then it's gone. So there's no evidence of them being slaves. We should get out of here. Find Drimmen?
Drayton?
Drayton, sorry. Yeah, we should find Drayton. Get the piece of eye. That's 2 pieces of heart we'll have obtained and get the hell out of this city. Unless, Tick, you're interested in that dirigible type thing.
The what?
The airship.
Oh no. I mean, I was just gonna take the plans because then I'd sort of have a matching set,
Good idea.
I mean, not 2 airship plans, but like I know how to make magic items and airships, so like I'd pretty much be very powerful.
And
Wait,
know.
you know how to
Eight
make
pieces.
magic items?
Well, I don't know right now, but I'm sure if I
Yeah.
ever found the time, I could learn.
he figured out in the caves.
Yeah, but he
Don't do
never
much.
shared that information with any of us.
Oh no, yeah, I've had it this whole time.
What?
Did you not know that?
I've asked you like questions about, making magic items, and you stared at me and you shrugged like you had no idea what I was talking about.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to make them, but I
Well,
know how
then-
to find out how to make them.
So can you make a magic floating ship now?
Well, I'm sure if I put the time in and learned, I could, or I
Dude.
might just trade it away.
Since I won all money, since I won the 100 or so platinum pieces, I say that we should put it towards making a big old flying boat.
I just don't think we have the time for that.
But I want
I also
one.
bet it, so I think I have a say. Nah, big flying boat's cool.
Yeah. I've always wanted
I mean,
to
there's
fly.
one a quarter of the way built in the city, but it seems like they've been working on that for a
There's
while.
what? Why
should
didn't you
walk
guys
and
tell me
talk.
anything?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Well, I'm taking the airship plans and the miniature floating airship.
Good
Oh,
idea.
I want the mini.
It's like this big.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
cool.
Is it like one of those Lego boats that can float in the bathtub?
Yeah, except for in air.
That's awesome.
Yep.
The world is your bathtub.
Right. So you all make your way back out into the city. You see that there's some modicum of chaos going on, as apparently a lot of slaves have recently been freed.
That's cool.
Good.
Yes. Do you make your way back up to the nightclub?
Indeed.
As we're making our way up, I got to talk to Bram for a second. As all the slaves are running around, I'm saying, Bran, you know that tree guy I fought?
I do.
Do you think he was a slave?
I don't think he acted like a slave, Nugget. But look at all these slaves around us. Isn't it glorious that the evil upon them is now gone?
The tree looked at me in its final moments and told me not to kill him. But what if he was innocent, just like the rest of these folk?
Being fearful of death doesn't make him innocent.
Oh.
All fear death when it is upon them. It's only how you act in those final moments that define you.
That makes me feel better. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I pat him on the back. And I just start looking around at all the slaves, and I just look extremely satisfied.
You're very wise. I'm going to stop asking Tick Tick for advice. And I'm going to come to you now.
All right. At which point you do make your way up into the nightclub, and there seems to be a relative party going on, as everyone is pretty happy with the news, presumably. It's not long before Lord Drayton walks up. He's like apparently speechless as he looks towards all of them.
You want to see him?
I like open the bag and toss it on the table, and some ash like spills out. You're Sigmund.
It has been some time since I've met people quite like yourselves. I've only just spoken to you. Yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
You are men of efficiency. Well, there can be no denying.
I want to slam my hand on the table and cut him off, and I'm going to say, I want one of those fiery drink things.
And you will have them. You will have them till the day ring come about. Oh, and well, there's this.
Pops the eye out of his head. Slaps it on the table.
You don't earn that, Claudia.
I look at Nugget and like nod to Nugget, like he earned it.
Oh, I'll pick it up. This is for me?
Don't you have... So, quick question. Are they both, like, broken, or are they full pieces?
They're full pieces.
Whoa. So we just got 2 pieces.
That's right.
How many pieces are there?
8.
We have 5?
Let's see. So the Offstarian piece you have, the Polskorzan piece you have, the Betrexan piece you have, and a sword. The Zhongyin piece you do not have, but you will have once you clear up the ley lines. The Vekulaza piece you just got from Lord Drayton. The Drimmen piece you have and is currently part of a pipe. So there are still 2 more pieces that you know nothing about. The one in Theuxik and the one in Wessenjor, which is...
And the other one we will get soon.
Right.
We solved the ley line problem in the tower.
Right.
Awesome.
And perhaps get a powerful ally for our upcoming fight with the Beholders.
You mean with the elephant people?
No,
And
I mean the gold dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. Both of those things. Yeah.
all of these things.
Yeah. Holy shit. Well done,
Man.
guys. I'll take one of those drinks.
Maybe you should stave off those. They're a bit heavy for someone your size.
Is he talking to me? Talking to me?
Yeah.
I like it twice your size.
I look up at you as I
I
say
mean, I wouldn't normally partake, but the fire is, pretty cool. So
All right. Well,
All right,
what do
so
you
just
get
have
all
one, roll a
black out?
Constitution saving throw.
I want to see what the variety is. What do they got to drink?
This seems to be the most popular of their drinks, but they have 2 other versions of like similar, like on fire drinks. One looks to be more like tame. It seems to be mint based. There's quite a bit of like spices around this area somehow, despite it being in the desert. And then the other one looks to be similar, but not of the same veracity either. It seems to be like a lemon based drink. And then they also do have just 2 different types of ale and wine.
I want the cool one.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. It burns pretty bad going down. Although no, you're resistant to fire, aren't you? Roll with advantage.
I got an 18.
Okay. Drink it.
Yeah, I got an 18 as well.
Delicious.
11.
11. You kind of cough it down. The fire doesn't bother you, but the alcohol is a whole different beast. The 3 of you immediately begin feeling the effects of the drink.
Oh, my arms feel so relaxed.
As Lord Drayton sits down with Tick-Tick, I do need to hear this whole story. You simply must tell me everything.
Oh, where to start? Well, it all started one day in Offstarian, I think. It was just a normal day for me. But
Get to the good part. Get to the good part.
Okay, well, we were under the city and we saw a lot of beholders. And Jodel Cragfoot, he hit me with his staff, and it knocked me over, and I thought I was gonna die. But he was raising beholders.
No. Get to the one with the tower. Get to the one to the tower part. The tower part.
Well, in the tower, we were playing dice, and this gold dragon had this really nifty bag, and it was a really cool bag. And I was like, "Can I have the bag?" And he's like, "Sure, you can have the bag if you beat me at dice." But as it turns out, we're not very good at dice, and so we didn't get the bag. We also didn't get access to the next floor, which meant that we had to go to clear the ley lines in order to get up there. But you see, the issue with that was we got one ley line done when, all the demons came out of my body. And then we came here to get the other ley line done, which is, I think, why we're trying to go to the tower. But then we saw your eye, and I was going to steal your eye. I was going to, kill you and take your eye at first. And Nugget was in on it, too.
Yesterday.
But we decided against it. We let our better judgment, cooler heads prevailed in that situation. Although they weren't really cooler heads because we were drinking a lot of those fire drinks at the time. So it was really warmer heads prevailing. But anyways, we didn't do that. And then Alec showed up, and he's kind of, buzzkill Alec. And he sort of shut that idea down, and we made a deal with you instead. I'm sure you remember it. The deal was that,
I do, yes.
Well, if you don't, the deal was that if we went and killed Osiren, then you were going to give us the eye for as long as we needed it. And you were going to sort of loan it out to us. It's not like we would own it or you would own it. It would just be sort of a shared thing. Actually, I think you would own it, but we would have access to it for as long as we needed it. So really less of a shared thing and more of like a one-way deal type thing. except I suppose it was a two-way deal because we really did our part of the deal first. It's just your part is the more continuing part of the deal that's going to extend on into the foreseeable future until we can get the beholders that we were talking about, at least.
If you don't
Who
mind me
knows what
asking,
lies beyond the beholders, There's so much else out there right now. I mean, just thinking about it, I mean, there's this whole council thing
you mentioned the
going on.
tower.
What?
The tower.
The tower. You said you needed to go to the tower for some reason.
Well, yes, there's a ley line underneath the tower, and it turns out somehow it got clogged. Can you imagine that?
I cannot, but I also don't really know what it is you're talking about with you. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's keep focused here. If you're going to the tower, well, you've already done me a good favor as it is. It's possible you could do me one more. The tower keeper here in town. Me and him don't get along just so well.
Oh.
Is this like the last task you gave us?
Could be, or it could be something different. Could have it either way. The way I see it, we need to. Well, I already owe you one favor as it is. And I always pay off my debts.
Cool.
If you were to do me another favor, whether to get him out of here or get him out of here, it could come with some rewards for you. There is one other matter I'd like to discuss. My ledger seems to have gone missing over the night. You wouldn't know nothing to do with that, would you?
No, I put your ledger back. So if it went missing, it was someone else, not me.
Yeah, didn't you take a copy of it?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
It's not that it's missing, it's that it went missing over the night.
Yes, and I brought it back. Would you like the copy?
I would very much like the copy.
Okay. What is like the going rate for the copy? Because I know Osiren, he was going to pay me a lot for the copy.
He was, and this one is free.
I would be interested.
I just kind of hit Tick with my staff, like.
No, he owns this. You got to give it back to him.
What about? Do you have any keys?
Yes, I have a number of keys.
I'll trade you a ledger for a key.
Any key?
Any key. It just has to be interesting.
All right.
You see, he pulls out this big ring of keys and starts flipping through them, and disconnects one that you see. It's this sort of golden handle that forms into the shape of a gold dragon.
Oh,
that is an awesome key.
What?
I hand him the ledger.
I do appreciate that. And it really was good to meet you all. I wish our relationship could continue on longer, but sounds like you are some busy folk, traveling the land. But between this, that, and the others, seems you're well on taken and spoken for.
Essentially, we're passing through.
Well, you have a good night tonight. Make yourself at home and drink a few more of them teas for me. But do tell me when you're heading out of town. And if you ever come back through these parts, you got a friend here. A lot of friends. You did this town and all the Essrex a big service tonight. Helped a lot of people.
Seems we're short in alliances, so every friend we can make is a blessing.
I'm glad to be your friend.
There are a couple other things that we still need. We need access to that tower. You said the gatekeeper there is not your friend. You want him removed from the equation.
Tower keeper, yes.
You know what's going on in the tower? You said Inquisition was there.
Yes. There's some sort of inquisition and experimentation. I think something went wrong with it recently. I don't know particulars on the matter, but there were a lot of Inquisition folk come through here maybe 2-3 weeks back. Ever since, I haven't seen any Inquisition around these parts aside from yourself.
That could be a good sign.
The tower's really something. I've never been inside, but I hear it goes just as deep underground as it does above.
You had said that. Well, we'll see what we can do with this tower keeper for you. And there is one other thing that you might consider. It involves the eye that you have loaned to us. In how many days is it? 15 days or so?
13 days by my count.
In 13 days, there's going to be an attack of sorts on the land. In what is it? Is it in Betrexen or Offstaren? It's in Offstaren, right?
It's in Offstaren.
Yeah, in Offstaren. And like I may have said before, the people of this town are threatened just as much as the people of Offstaren. If you have any say or any desire to help us in this endeavor, there are other factions that are helping us as well. You'd be doing the world a favor.
I'd be more than happy to do so, but Offstaren's far away. You mean me to make the journey?
The fate of Essrex depends on it.
Well, I shall see what I can do.
We'd certainly appreciate the help.
And with that, he eventually makes his way back to his room. I presume you all enjoy the evening to its fullest. And now there are officially 12 days left until the red moon. But you do now have another one of the crystal heart pieces, 5 out of 8, not too bad. One by one, knocking those off. And presumably you'll be heading off to the tower next time. And until then, you all level up.
Nice. Level 12?
Logan,
Those beholders.
Yes.
Those damn
would it be
bitches.
possible for me to try to locate that woman that was selling portals, like build a portal to the abyss from the fair?
Betrek?
Yeah,
Right.
roll an investigation check.
Mm, 20 dirty.
Okay, yeah, you find her.
Badass.
Wait, like right now?
Yeah,
Oh, word.
yeah.
Hey, can I buy this?
I'll say for the sake of brevity, she sells you one, yes.
How much?
Call it 300 platinums.
And that's what I shall call it.
Wait, so what the hell did you just buy?
To build a portal. It would have been very useful when we went to the abyss, but I can just tear open a portal to the abyss.
What the?
I wonder if she sells portals to hell.
I think it's just your own thing. You can do whatever.
Because
Wherever.
we could use that to get Rain Fear back, maybe, if we can find a way to open a gate to hell for the demons, remember?
Right.
Just
Wait, but I don't
bypass.
think we should because that's messing with some cosmic.
I mean, if we can bypass the material plane and they just go straight from the abyss to hell without coming up to us,
I don't see a problem
that's
with that.
demon on devil crime, right?
Right.
Democrat.
Have we been level 12 before? I always ask this.
No. I
Are you
think. Wait. I
sure?
think Will's been level 13,
13?
and then the rest of us have peaked at level 10.
So this is what it feels like.
The big time.
Cool, dude.
I think I'm actually, hold on, before you guys go.